My first book was the Johnstown Flood, about the disastrous breaking of the South Fork Dam in the mountains near Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which sent a wall of water down the valley that virtually wiped out the city of Johnstown, took the lives of over 2,500 people. It was as great a loss as was 9/11 here in New York in terms of human life. A very, very tragic and unfortunate disaster that need not have happened. And it took me 3 years to write the book, and my editor at the time was a man named Peter Schwade, and he was all for my proceeding, though I'd never written a book before. And finally, when I finished it, I called him up and told him that the book was done, but I had been unable to come up with a title for it. And I knew that Mr. Schwade was very famous for being a genius at coming up with great titles. His title, The Longest Day, for the famous book about the battle at D-Day, was legendary. And so I was searching through Bartlett's familiar quotations and through Shakespeare and every other possible source for some wonderful line that would make an appropriate and magical title for the Johnstown story. But I wasn't getting anywhere, and I felt it was mistaken of me to hold back and not say the book was finished. So I called him up and I said, Mr. Schwade, I finished my book, but I just can't come up with a title for it, and I don't like to turn it in without a title. And he said in his sort of Damon Runyon way, he said, oh, no problem with a title for that book. You just call it the Johnstown Flood. And I thought, oh my goodness. Then he said, what were you thinking calling it? One Wet Wednesday? And so needless to say, it went off out into the world as the Johnstown Flood. And it did very well and still in print, and I'm extremely proud of that. But I have to say, too, that the book was so superbly illustrated, and maps, and the production of everything about the book, all the doing of Simon and Schuster, had a lot to do with the final results. Every book is a joint effort, and though the author gets his name on the dust jacket and the title page, all those people who are mentioned in the acknowledgments have all played an important part. And certainly Peter Schwade, who was a wonderful man, a wonderful editor, played a great part in that success. And the book, I'm very proud to say, is still in print all these years later.